So I think I've just discovered something. I'm at 5,000 RPMs in 6th gear going 73 miles an hour in dynamic mode. And it could just be in my head. I usually, like 99% of the time, ride in road mode, but I wanted to try this on the highway. I feel there's like very little vibes right now, and I don't know if somehow dynamic mode, I don't know, is like trying less, like there's less engine braking, or I don't know what it is, but if the vibes are pretty minimal right now, maybe I can switch to road mode and see if it makes a difference. So yeah, I mean, now I'm in road mode. I just changed because I was in non-stop splitting in highway traffic, which isn't fun. So now I'm in road mode at, let's get up to 5,000, at 5,000 RPMs. And the vibes are noticeably worse than before. So that's really weird. So now I'm wondering, all the people who say, oh, I don't have any vibes on my bike at that 5,000 mark, are they in dynamic or dynamic pro mode, whereas the guys with the bad vibes are in road mode? Because again, I'm going 66, I mean the speed's about the same, but the vibe, especially on my right handlebar, feels way worse. So that's one thing I've observed. I still don't fully trust myself. I still think I might be making it up, but I'm pretty sure this feels way vibier than it just did in dynamic mode. It feels like there's a lot more resistance in the engine, and like the engine's working a lot harder. So that's interesting. The other observation I kind of have about this bike is about the fact that I still haven't figured out the Shift Assist Pro. Other than I think it really hates shifting up or down at low RPMs. So at low RPMs, I think you just have to use the clutch, because yeah, it just won't shift down sometimes, and the bike will kind of lug as it pulls in the clutch. And then upshifting can be if you're at lower RPMs, although why would you upshift at lower RPMs? But even if you're around the 4,000 mark and you just want to, like, you know, shift and get into it, seems quite a bit, it kind of, the bike lugs a little bit. Whereas if you're in high RPMs and you're coming up to a turn, you know, in the canyons, and you just go, you know, you downshift twice quickly without using the clutch, it's great. The bike's happy. Similarly, if you're just opening up, you know, in first, sorry, the GPS is talking to me. So like if I try to downshift now, it did it. It was fine, but that's because I guess I was above the 4,000 mark. I feel like the 4,000 area is kind of, you know, where it wants to be. It wants to be above that, either for upshifting and downshifting. But so yeah, I have a lot of situations where, you know, it just won't downshift, for instance, for me when I'm like lugging a little bit and I want to get into a lower gear to get my RPMs up. It just won't do it. The bike kind of like lugs. The other issue I have with it, which actually is kind of scary sometimes, is that I feel like from first to second, I feel like I'm doing a pretty decent upshift, but it will go into neutral. And similarly, if I tap down from second into first, it will go into neutral. And that really sucks. So again, I think that's a how hard I'm doing it situation. But yeah, that's really not fun at all. So two things I've noticed about the bike that are just interesting observations. So I think it's just a question of me getting used to the Shift Assist Pro. And then it'll be fine. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that, see there, I just upshifted, great, no problem. I'm in high RPM, so it's very happy. But the neutral thing is the only one that actually bothers me. The other ones, it's fine. If I'm in a low RPM, it's fine. I use the clutch. It's like, I'm not that lazy, you know? But the shifting into neutral when I feel like my shifts are decently strong is a little weird. So I guess it just means I need to make sure I really, you know, really shift through. But yeah, other than that, everything's awesome. Suspension, great. All the settings I'm getting used to. You know, I still feel like there's a lot of buttons and sometimes they're hard to get to, but in terms of where everything is placed and how easy it is to use once you get to it, that stuff's all gravy. And I'm really, 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 really enjoying this bike. It just feels so super stable and controllable and easy to ride. So that's it. T-Rex Racing is sending me those new bolts for the that engine cover that was a little too shallow. So they're going to send me brand new machine spacers that are made to fit in the to replace the current spacers to fit in the actual cover. So those are coming next week, and I'll do a quick update video on how that looks and how those fit. They actually want me to take pictures of it so that they can feel confident that the sizes they did for mine were right. So I'm kind of like the guinea pig for all you XR riders out there. But assuming they're right, you'll be able to buy them and get the new spacer sizes that I gave them. So we shall see. That's exciting. I'm heading to Bert's Mega Mall right now in AZUZA, because my buddy Andrew, who has the Kawasaki 636, kind of fairly quietly, the new Kawasaki ZX10 came out. ZX10, sorry. I watch a lot of English YouTubers. And that bike is just a fucking technological masterpiece. The whole front end of that bike is insane. It's using parts that previously have only been used on, you know, moto sports bikes. So it's just insane. So he's going to take a look at that. He's been itching to go up. You know, obviously we've tried the Double R a couple times together, but that bike, I mean, I would definitely get that bike before I would get the Double R now, especially for the money. I mean, it's about $2,000 cheaper than a comparably equipped Double R. And arguably, I mean, it's missing some features like, you know, cruise control and modes, and but electronics-wise, it's pretty much all there other than those. So it's just a better deal for the money. And obviously, and honestly, I trust the Japanese companies more than BMW in terms of reliability. So yeah, he's going to look at that, see if they give him a good trade-in price, and then we're going to go check out AZUZA Canyon and see if it's like snowy and scary and icy. If it is, I'll probably just go home. But yeah, want to go to Bert's, look at all the new bikes, and gave me an excuse to go out and ride today, even though it's kind of cloudy and gross out. I wanted to take the bike out and put some miles on it and have some fun, so that'll be good. Anyway, guys, yeah, so let me know what you think about my two observations. If I'm an idiot, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, in terms of the Shift Assist Pro and the handlebar vibes being in road different than dynamic. And take your bikes out and let me know what you think, if you feel the same thing or if, again, I'm fucking crazy. All right, cool. So this is Bobo Jones saying arrivederci.